What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Tony. Today we are going to do 7-hour plane crash again. This will be like my third video of the trail. I am picking up my buddy Rodney. He has the, was it a 2024 2025 Chevy Trail Boss, and it's an amazing truck. And so we got to actually pick him up at his job to go grab his truck. He was getting some oil and stuff done to it. So after that, then we are headed up. We are gonna camp up in Crandon tonight, and then tomorrow morning we are gonna go up and hit the trail, camp up there, and turn around and come home. Unfortunately, up in Wisconsin, there is not even a lot of off-road trails or anything like that to even just go out and camp. So it's gonna be kind of a very long weekend, but it's gonna be a fun weekend. So it's just kind of one of these weekends, kind of just worked out where we just planned it and said let's go. And so we are just gonna go do it and just go out and hang out and cook up some camp food and anything just to get out and about. And I've been kind of in a sling for a while, and I'm finally out of it, and my shoulder still hurts, but we'll just take a sweet time and get it. The trails, if you guys seen my last couple videos of it, it's not very hard at all. It's very kind of boring, really flat, but it is still just a little fun trail just to get out of the house and have a good weekend, and just kind of turn things up and go have some fun. So yeah, let's go pick up Rodney. So we just made it to camp, and this open road awning is really cool. You got all these lights right here, and you can turn it to yellow, white, brighter white, and it really works out pretty well. We got a pretty cool little camp spot here. We just kind of picked a random little spot here, and before we head up the trail, we got my tent here, Ronnie's tent's over there, and we got burgers on the grill, and we're gonna see you guys on the trail tomorrow. Peace out. Well, good morning. We are going to be hitting 7-hour plane crash today. Got a little sprinkles coming, but it'll be all right. This trail, if you've seen all my other ones, it's not very hard at all. It's just more scenery, I would say, and just getting out there and putzing around like I think I previously said. But it's a fun trail. It's literally going to take us 7 hours to get to camp. So, and I wonder if that tree is still there from a few years back when I had to cut it down when I was in my ZR2. So sit back and relax. I'll probably skip a lot of the boring parts, but it's going to be a fun day. One thing bad about this trail, I mean, it's nothing really bad about it, I guess. It's you do hop on from road to gravel to back to road, back to gravel, and you're just constantly doing that all the way up to about Copper Harbor. Once you get up to Copper Harbor, you are more on road than you are dirt, but it's still fun. Anything to get out of thing to get, you know, away from home is always nice, so it's always pretty cool. So I know we're getting into the little woody part or so of the trail, so it should be a pretty fun time. Let's see if they have that section open, or we're gonna have to take the bypass, so we shall see. Tree I cut down. That was in the middle of the road. My little chainsaw was the first time using that little chainsaw. So we just stopped where I usually take all my little photos on by the railroad tracks, and I think it usually comes out pretty cool. You know, this is a lot of butterfly went right in front of the camera. Oh, nice. You know, a lot of this is just a lot of these kind of roads, just old traveled roads, a lot of logging roads, and just a lot of ATV kind of sharing the roads and stuff like that. And this trail is not, like I said, very hard. It's very simple. It's very easy. Nothing too complex. The worst thing that was actually complex before-ish, if you want to call it that, they actually took like a bulldozer and flattened it out, which took away some of the fun. But we're almost there. We're getting there. We're a couple more hours away, but you know, we still have a little bit more to go. Jeep's doing good. Rodney's over here taking a photo with the railroad tracks. He's getting there, and you know, I just always like this little spot. It's just kind of cool. So yeah, we're gonna keep on trucking until we get up there. This is basically it, and then we're on pavement until really Copper Harbor. Nothing too difficult by any means, so we're getting there slowly but surely. One thing that's really cool is when you're going up through like Copper Harbor and was it Hoken and stuff like that. These towns are pretty little, and I like little towns. I think that they usually bring back like how America really got started. It was these little tiny towns and stuff like that. And I mean, Hoken's actually a pretty big town, but you know, all these other little towns really surrounding it is really small, and it's not really where I come from. It's just unique to see little tiny towns. You blink through it. It's like going through like Wyoming. I think one of them was not. One was like Cody, Wyoming, or there was another little town that we went through. There was like 4 houses, and I was like, "How is this really a town?" But it's really cool to see these little towns still exist, and I think it's really cool and really neat to see. And we are about like an hour and a half or so, give or take, to camp tonight, so I'm not going to bore you for the rest of the ride. So we're going to get there. I'll probably get some shots of the Jeep and the truck, because the trail to get to camp is actually pretty cool. And I think the last time I was there was a lot of water holes and stuff like that, so it was a lot of fun. So yeah, I just wanted to say these little towns are really neat to see, and you know where I come from. You know, there's always stuff to do. You know, up here, you kind of think about where what do they do up here? You know, I mean, down by me there's jobs galore. There's but up here it's like you're living literally almost by yourself, give or take. But it's just really cool to actually see these little towns. So yeah, so we'll catch you in a second. One thing about up here, if you don't know, I guess there are bike trails galore. So if you're into mountain biking and stuff like that, I guess this is one during the summertime. It is packed with mountain bikes. There's trails galore. I guess what I've been told, it's one of the biggest in the US on trail wise, and just how many bikes are up here. And I guess it's pretty crazy. I know one year when I was up here, I took the little town and I couldn't hardly move because there were so many bikes. So yeah, if you're big into mountain biking and camping and hit some trails, this is the place for you. So that 7-hour plane crash, it is a fun trail. I actually really do enjoy it. It's nothing too difficult, you know, and they actually fixed a couple of the probably where it was a little bit more difficult at. They kind of took a bulldozer and made it where it's not that bad. I don't really know why they would do that, but anyway, whatever. It is what it is, but yeah, it's a super fun trail. You get some really cool views, and you can turn this into almost a one-day trail, or you can do it in multiple. You can stop at different campsites along the way. You can drive for a few hours, and you know, once you get tired, there's a campsite that you know a few hours down the road, and it's all a lot of the campsites are on Onyx off-road, which is really cool. It kind of gives you little spots to pick from or whatnot. But I would highly recommend it to you. And you don't need to have a fully loaded Jeep. You don't have to have a fully decked out rig. You can go in just a basic Jeep or a basic Toyota, whatever you have. I mean, people. When we got down to the very end of the lookout point launch pad, it is, you see some cars on there, you kind of wonder why would they take this vehicle down there, but people do it. I don't know why, but hey, I've seen cars, I've seen a whole bunch of crazy stuff that people bring down there for that view. The view is very cool. So once again, I would highly recommend anybody going and doing this trail. It is super nice, and you know, you can make it what you want, and it's just awesome, especially when you go out with friends and have a good time. So on that note, catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.